Welcome to the She's Sweet, the podcast for She's Only. Come on, CEO, you should join the show. She's Sweet podcast, Jodi Hood.
Welcome to She Sweet's podcast with me, your host, Jodi Hood. This is a place where She Sweet executives share and compare unfiltered realities that our male counterparts will never face. We laugh, we cry, we thrive, we survive. Today's podcast is simply this. You don't have to out-talk to out-think. Yeah, the loudest person in the room is not necessarily the smartest. And that's something I had to learn a long time ago as a novice leader. Now, here's the deal. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that volume equals value, that the person with the biggest vocabulary and the loudest answer and the most dramatic hand gestures had to be the genius in the room. But on many occasions, that is not the case. Sometimes they're just a microphone with no message. You know the one. You ask a simple question like, should we move the deadline? And somehow they're going to give you a 12-minute response that includes global economics, 3 buzzwords, and quotes from Harvard Business Review, the Harvard Business Review, that from an article that they have read. Meanwhile, you're sitting there thinking like, sir, it's a yes or no answer. But because it sounds eloquent, people nod. They listen. Don't be intimidated by that. Eloquence is not intelligence. Confidence is not competence. And volume is not vision. Now, let me give you a visual. Let's take the parakeet. The parakeet is loud all day long. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Constant noise. But the panther is silent, watching, calculating. And when the panther moves, it's decisive, it's strategic, and it lands. Sometimes the most powerful person in the room is the one who's saying the least. Now, think of it like a limited edition designer bag. Now, my son bought me one. It was an exclusive from New York. Now, you don't bring that bag out every time you're going for a grocery run. I certainly don't bring mine out, but I bring it out when it matters. And I'm sure you do the same. So if you talk constantly, people adjust to your voice like background music in an elevator. But when you're selective, when you observe first, when you let others reveal themselves, you lean in then and say, I see it differently. Oh, now the room shifts because you've been quiet. You've been studying. And when you finally speak, people lean in. Now, here's the truth. The element of surprise. When you're always talking, there's no mystery. But when you are observant and you are strategic, you keep them guessing. Now, women in leadership, let's not get it twisted. Silence is not weakness. Women have been conditioned to prove that they belong, to demonstrate knowledge constantly, and to out-credential the room. But executive presence is not about constant proof. It's about controlled power. Silence can be confidence, emotional regulation, strategic thinking, and self-control. Sometimes the most dangerous person in the boardroom is the one that nobody saw coming. Now, let me make it plain. Let me give you this analogy about crock pot energy. Now, some leaders are like a microwave. They have microwave energy. Fast, loud, flashy. But 2 hours later, the food is cold. But crock pot energy. Slow simmer. Quiet heat. Deep flavor. And when it's finally served, everybody understands why it took time. Now, listen, it's not about shrinking. It's not about being passive. This is about timing. When you speak, make it concise, make it clear, Make it land. And don't compete with the noise. You let the noise compete with itself. Then you deliver that summary that cuts through all of the ish. And watch who becomes the authority in the room. You don't have to match energy to command respect. You don't have to out-talk to outthink. And you definitely don't have to be intimidated by polished speech. Sometimes the person dazzling the room with vocabulary is doing nothing but tap dancing while you're building strategy. So the next time you walk into that meeting, sit back, observe, smile, and keep your power in reserve. And when you decide to speak, surprise the heck out of everybody in that room. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Now you know what I'm about to say. Like me on Facebook, connect with me on LinkedIn, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jodi Hood or Jodi Easterling Hood. You know I'm available on the streaming services too. I'm available to you 24/7. Listen to it anytime. Get inspiration, get ideas. Use it for your professional development or for your women's group. That's right. I'm on Spotify, Deezer, iHeart, Amazon, and Apple. Just Google me. And what are we going to say to the men in the suite? You know what, men? We're coming. We are coming. Yes, we are. And we definitely want to do this as well. We want to keep walking the walk, and we want to keep talking the talk. Remember, you don't have to out-talk to outthink. Are you a parakeet or are you a panther? Until next time, people.
C-Suite, you better get ready for the She-Suite. Coming at you with the She-Suite. It's a podcast for G's only. C-Suite, you better get ready for the She-Suite. Coming at you with the She-Suite. It's a podcast with Jodi Hood.